Why do we have to keep running in these wheels?
My legs can't take much more of this. We keep running even through the night.
I thought Alchemist was much nicer than this.
I'm sorry, my beaver friends. You have made a noble sacrifice for all of beaver kind and will be remembered as heroes. I'm picturing a grand field of windmills to alleviate you from your running needs. Your sacrifices in this project will be stepping stones toward beaver kind working no longer. Hello everyone, Alchemist here, and welcome back to Timberborn. Thank you for joining me as we take a ride down to Beavertown. So as you saw in that little intro, which tell me what you guys think about it, we are going to get some power set up for today. We are definitely going to get some nice power set up so our beaver friends do not have to keep running in these dang wheels any longer. So let's get into it. The first things first, we're definitely going to need some more housing. We're going to need a lot of beavers for what we got planned. So I'll throw in a couple more houses there, and all this has got to go. Got to get rid of this stuff. So I will mark all this for deletion. We will leave the gears for now, but we definitely do not need planks for the time being because we have almost 900. And we're also gonna have to get rid of this campfire. Yeah, because we're gonna have to get a way down. Oops, we didn't have to get rid of that. We'll just put the way down over here. Sorry. See, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a nice array of windmills all down here, and then we'll kind of run the power upwards. This will be all our infrastructure is, so we can get paper, we can get explosives, we'll get gears, we'll get all that kind of stuff up here. And actually, before we get crazy into that, I am going to lay down a path over here. Because we're going to need metal sooner than later. So I will start kind of picking out this metal over here. It's not a ton, but it'll be good enough to get us started. And I don't think we're going to need this extra builder's hut, so I will just give that a pause. And we'll let them all go on the hauling posts. I think this might actually be more beneficial. Some people in the comments were saying that they couldn't build this dam because they can only reach one levee at a time. And other people were saying it's because there wasn't enough haulers to haul the stuff out there. So I don't know, we'll just try pausing this and see if that helps at all. Alright, the first thing we're going to research in this episode will be the scavenger flag. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be researching a good amount of stuff. But we'll get 3 of those down. But look at them, they started getting right to it already. Gathering some scrap metal, which we're definitely going to need for today's episode. And we're going to need to store it. I could build one of the underground piles, but it takes 40 gears. It's a whole lot right now. So I'm just going to stick a couple of these large piles in for the time being. That'll be fine. Alright, so how are we going to plan this out? I'm thinking we're going to do windmills. That's probably the best bet. It's not going to do great yet because we don't have batteries. But we'll use the windmills to kind of get us towards the batteries. So yeah, let's start planning out these windmills. And I'll kind of come back once I throw some stuff down. Some might say this is overkill. I disagree. I think we need all these. Now, this should be good for the time being. It's definitely more than what we need for at least a little while, but we definitely will need this kind of power for the stuff I have planned for the series. So yeah, let me get the power connectors in. What are they called? The power shafts in, and then we'll see what we got from there. And just because I have OCD, we're just going to do this. Yeah, let's do it. There we go. That looks good. So I kind of made it so that way they're all connected, but I made it so the paths are still in the middle. Like I didn't block it this way, so that way the beavers can still get down these little channels and get to everything they need to get to. So what I'm thinking for this area is I want just a whole ton of just all the different kind of buildings over here. We're going to need a paper mill. We're eventually going to want a printing press and a trapper shack and a workshop and an explosive factory. We're going to need a smelter. So yeah, all that's going to go up here, and I'll connect it up here somehow. Maybe I'll run some of these high power shafts, I think they're called. Yeah, I'll run some of these high power shafts, which I need to unlock. Only costs 80 science. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'll get them to go up here, and then we'll somehow connect it all. I don't really know how we're going to do it yet, but we'll figure it out. So that'll get us up there. And now we got to kind of plan out our city over here. The gear workshop and the lumber mill are all a 4x2, so I can sneak those along this edge. I just don't know how I'm going to do this edge yet over here. Let me see these paper mills. We're going to need some of those. So let me unlock that. Oh, because, yeah, those are sideways. That's right. So I'm definitely going to want at least 2 gear workshops. So we'll get the 2 gear workshops here. What I think I'll do is put some platforms around the back so I can get some lumber mills, which I know we don't need any kind of planks right now because we have 648, but we'll need them very soon. And the paper mills. Maybe I could sneak the paper mills over here. Let me pause really quick and we'll see how far those reach. Probably 3 will be good. And because these two buildings are touching, if power just goes to one of these, which I can get into this, it'll power all these. I don't have to worry about it. I don't want to build this yet because they need to be able to reach all this from the top down. So I'll pause that one for the time being. They can build all the rest. And then once they build all these shafts down here, I can unpause this and it'll be perfect. And I just noticed this drought is 18 days. That's long. The 16 days we were struggling on. But with this water storage now, we should be good. Because we got a ton of water in here, and that's just to keep our beavers hydrated. Which that would be fine. This is really low up here, which is the only thing that's scaring me because I am dumb and didn't raise these. Because I probably could have got a lot more water filled up in here before this drought started. I mean, we have a ton of food saved up, so even if this does all dry up, we should be okay. I think this might be able to last us, though, because we only need a tiny bit of water in here. And before somebody asks about this cursor I have right here, this new cursor, it's one of the mods I have installed. I have a couple little quality of life mods, and I guess this one graphical mod, but I really like this cursor. It's just easier for you guys to see, and I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys want to see any of the mods I have, they're down in the description, as well as somebody was asking about the map I was playing on, that's also in the description down below too. So check those out. And while you're down there, I mean, don't forget to leave a like, or check out the Discord, or subscribe, or anything like that too, of course. Haha, thanks guys. Alright, so I just unlocked this smelter, just to see how big it was, see if we can plan this out too. That's a big boy right there, it's a big boy. We're probably going to want to... yeah, this might be fine. Put 2 of those. I think the explosive factories are the same size. So I could put 1 there. Oh, it's kind of stinks. It's not going to be even. Ugh. Of course. Ooh, I could do this, though. Leave a little gap here and put some decorations. That's pretty nice. We're only going to need 2 of these for the time being, though, so I'll do that. That's fine. And I'm making this kind of ring like this, so that way I can easily connect all the buildings with the power. And eventually, once we get explosives, I can kind of knock all the power lines down into the ground, and then I can kind of reach the center area a little easier, I think. Wow, we have a lot of carrots. Look at our snowman filling up full of carrots. I don't know why they're filling these top ones before they're filling this one. It's so weird to me, but that's alright. 18 baby beavers. Oh, geez, that's a lot. Those will help eat the carrots. Holy guacamole. I know a lot of people were saying that I need to do something with this dam, either raise it or blow out the middle. And I'm definitely trying to blow all this out, because I don't feel like raising it all. And I think just blowing up some stuff would be even more fun. So eventually what I have planned is just to lay dynamite across this whole thing and make it the same level as this down here. So this whole thing will be 3 tiles of water storage. Alright, so they connected this up, so I can unpause this now. And I kind of want this one to get finished first, because this is like our connection to all of these. And this poor guy, you could stop working. I'm so sorry I had you working still that whole time. I just knew these were going to need a lot of gears, and I just wanted to get them done. I'm sorry, man. You're free to go. Ah, that explains why they have been taking so long to build this. I didn't connect it with the path. What a dummy. There we go. That'll help. I'm already seeing a small oversight on my part. So I do probably want to get up here eventually. And there's not really any easy way to do that with the setup I have. So I think if I just slid all these buildings just over one tile, I could have a staircase that goes up here and connects with this path. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I know I just built all these and everything, but that's fine. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. There we go. That's better. So now we can get a staircase up over these power shafts over here. I did have to do some weird stuff with these pipes. I put a 3-way in to split it, and I put 2 angled ones so that way it can reach the power to these. And this is the downside about the windmills. They're all here, but none of them are working because there's no wind at the moment, which stinks. But like I said, we will get the batteries. We just need to get some metal going to get those batteries up and running. Alright, look at that. They're starting to work. All these buildings are going. They're going. I am sticking 2 more campfires in to try to get back to that 15 mark of well-being, because we're still not there yet. We're like kind of straddling. Every once in a while I'll go back up to 15 and 14. It kind of just goes back and forth. But this might help. Oh, I think I messed up. I think I need to delete this for the time being so that way they can build this one. I don't think they could reach it. And once they build this, then I'll put the shaft back. And I'll finish this off. So I'll put that there and pause it. Alright, a third into the drought. 12 days in out of 18. We're doing alright. This is getting low. We're going to need to refill that in a little bit. And This is already down to the second layer almost. We do have our whole reservoir still. Very good. And keep in mind, this was like a worst case scenario. This is the longest drought we've had so far. And we barely had any time to fill up our water storage. And I messed up and didn't raise the floodgate, so this barely filled up either. So if we can survive this 18-day drought as we are now, then we should be good when it comes to getting a full-blown drought when we're actually ready for it. Alright, and look at our power wheels going. We have 3,743 power supply. And right now only 500 demand, which is going to go up significantly once we finish building all these, but we have way more than we need, which is kind of what we're doing for this series here. Alright, and we're starting to get our first paper, so we're definitely going to need some storage for that. These sunflower seeds definitely do not need a big one, so I will just put the paper here instead. Boom. And we'll move these sunflower seeds to these small ones, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, now our first dry up here. So let me unsynchronize these just to let a little tiny bit of water out, because we don't want too much at all. There we go. Alright, plug that back up before it overflows. Perfect. And it looks like we've been kind of staying at 15 for a little bit now. It looks like those extra campfires actually did help a lot. Yeah, so that's the 0.8 now, which is really good. Alright, and we're starting to get our first metal blocks, thanks to our beaver friends over here. What a bunch of hard-working little lads you are. Let's see, we're only up to 980 horsepower right now from the full-blown system here. And now that we're getting that metal, I think we start to plan out our battery area. First things first, we're going to have to get up there. So like I said, I think I can put a little staircase just right here. Oh yeah, that's a perfect spot. Nestle that in nice. Boom. I think we're going to put all our batteries up here. So let's get this researched. Because the longer the batteries can hang, the better. And this is kind of the highest area for now. I was thinking about putting them up here, which we might do eventually, but we don't need to do that yet. We'll just put a couple of them over here. And of course, just to make the OCD happy, we'll put a little bit of scaffolding here so we can build our batteries right on top. Boom, look at that. How will we get up there to reach with our power shafts, you ask? I'm not sure. Now it's time to figure that out. Alright, so I was staring at this for a while, and I think the least ugly way to get it done is going to be to slide all these over. Of course, I just placed them down. I'm already going to move them over. But I think if we get a power shaft going up here, that'll be the best. There we go. So this is what we'll do. This is probably the least ugly way. It's still kind of ugly. Otherwise, I'd have to make like a whole separate track coming up here, and I don't really want to do that. So I think this is the least ugly way to do it. But before they get to building these, I'm going to need a way to get down to build all the scaffolding, and we'll kind of have to do it from the bottom up. So what I'm going to have to do is put some staircases in, just temporarily, so they can kind of build this bottom stuff, and then as they finish this bottom stuff, I'll let them work their way up. Alright, and our first dry up happened over here. Let's unleash the dam. Remember when we started this episode with like 900 planks? Yeah, we have 2 now. Goes to show how much this just used. That's crazy. Nice little mega project, just out of the way, quick, you know. I designed this perfectly. This is awesome. So yeah, all the water's out of here, and all the water's down in there. But look at this. We still have this one tile of water in the bottom, which is keeping all this and all this green, which is amazing. That means we can plant tons more crops down here. Alright, and they finished these first 2, which means I can delete this staircase and put in this vertical power shaft. And once they build this, I'll delete this staircase and put in the next one. Alright, that's our first battery connected. So now we are running a little bit. It's draining very quickly. So now we're running all of our buildings even though there's no wind being generated at the moment. And just for the time being, I know it's super ugly, but we're going to want more plank production. So I set up this little thing with a power shaft cutting through, so that way we can put 2 more lumber mills on this side and get 4 lumber mills going. And they can just kind of go across that power shaft for now. Like I said, once we get explosives, we can kind of knock down all these power shafts into the ground, and they don't have to have them sticking out like this, which will be a lot better. And that's the end of the drought. We were getting kind of close, to be honest. Like, closer than I thought we would be getting. Which I don't love, because this is fully empty. So that means that would dry out kind of soon. And this is down to like a tile. Yeah, it's down to 1 tile. Yeah, that was pretty close. That just means we're going to have to get more water storage soon. That's also why I kind of added these extra little water sources, because this map is not easy. This map's really not, it's not easy to store a lot of water on this map. And I really just I don't want to levee up this. Like, I might have to, but I could put levees, like, on the sides of this river and stack up another, like, 3 tiles in here. But I really just, it just looks very unappealing to me. We might have to do it just to keep our beavers safe, but I don't know. I'm going to try to avoid it if I can. Now, I was just sitting here thinking how close we really were on water and everything like that, and that's just because these barrels weren't full. If these barrels were all full, we really wouldn't have to worry about water as much. So what we need to do is, while we do have a wet season, and while all the water's flowing, we need to pump as much out of here as we can and stick it in our barrels. So I'm going to expand our water production a little bit by getting some platforms in. I did also realize how very smart I was. I had the showers here, so the nozzle could only reach 1. And our beavers kept getting, not mad, but their well-being would go down because the wet fur would go away kind of in that in-between period when it was a tile low, but these were still flooded down here. So if I knock these out a tile, that'll help a ton by getting our beavers more well-being. Alright, and that's the start of a new drought. But I will end the episode there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We had a ton of progress done. We got some power set up. We got some infrastructure set up. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. If you guys enjoy the content, leave a like on the video. And if you guys are really enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe, because I think only about 10% of the people that watch are actually subscribed to the videos. But thank you very much, guys. Bye!